What's going on? You locked in with the Innovators YouTube. You already know I got the best interviews right here, man. I got my guy Nemz in the studio. What's poppin'? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up with it, Innovator? What's up with it? We out here in LA, man.
It's a pleasure to have you back. You actually pulled up on me a while ago. That was like 2018 with D-Lo, so
Yeah.
it's only right to get you back to make full circle. Just to start off, how you doing today? How's everything going for you?
I'm good, man. I'm out here in LA, moving, trying to connect dots, make some plays while I'm out here, meet some people, network, all that.
How has LA been for you?
It's been good, man. It's been treating me good. We stayed at a nice hotel.
Yeah.
The food's been great.
Yeah, that's what's up. I mean? Who you got with you today? I know you brought your peoples on here with you.
Yeah, I got my boy Zae right here. This is an artist that I work with.
Yeah.
It's good with it. I go by Zae, Z-A-E. You feel me? DCI. I'm from the Bay Area too. It's my boy Nemz. We locked in. You feel me? I rap and I sing. I do my thing.
Oh, for sure.
Feel me?
Long times.
Hey, he really got vocals though. Like,
shit, we gotta hear some.
What
you trying to do? You trying to sing something right now? Pull the mic up. Pull the mic up.
You feel me? This I sing some R&B shit. You feel me? This my shit. I said, baby, 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 you can have all of me. Yeah. I said, baby, 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 you can have all of me. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. You poppin' to me. Yeah, yeah. Lil' mama a killer, lil' mama a writer. That's why she'll get it. She dripped in designer. I ain't gonna do too much. You feel me? I ain't gonna do too much.
All right, I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it. I'm fucking with it for sure. Nah, it's all love. Shit, I appreciate you pulling up too, man. It's a pleasure for sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Just to start off, Nemz, could you talk about like how did you grow up? Was your parents around? Like what was that like?
Yeah, so I was born in Santa Rosa, California. Lived there like the first, I say, 10 years of my life.
Yeah.
In Santa Rosa, we were staying on Link Lane. And just around there, like, growing up, like, back then, I say, like, this is probably, like, early 2000s,
Yeah.
Early 2000s, like, I felt like that whole, like, gang banging shit with the Norteños and the Sureños was hella, like, and our
heavy.
Mexican culture was heavy, like, because all my cousins was damn near gang banging and shit, like.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up and just seeing them and shit, but honestly, that shit never really got my attention, bro. And I'm
never wanted to get into that?
Nah, like, I was never really, like, on that really, like, to be honest, bro, like, my growing up, like, stages and shit, like, I was low-key, like, hella big on video games and all that kind of shit. Like, I wouldn't really even go out. I was the type of kid that just, like, chill and be watching TV, and I'm cool with that, you feel me? Like,
what type of games you was playing?
Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay, that's a
You feel me? I was on that Mario Kart. You feel me? That Super Smash Bros. All that shit.
Yeah, that was all my shit.
The DK, all that shit. I was just going crazy on that motherfucker.
So you saying that you a walking example of somebody who grew up around a lot of gang activity but never got involved?
Yeah, nah, that shit just wasn't for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have my share of experiences, with that shit, because, a lot of people knew I had family, like, that was my cousins and shit, so they would think, like, I was involved or just trying to be in that shit, but, nah, man, like, that shit just, I don't know. Like, up until, like, when I got into middle school, me and my cousins one day, 8th grade summer, we were just fucking around in his garage, and, like, we had garage band with a little Walmart mic and shit hanging from the roof type of shit. Like, we had it taped, like, the cord to where the mic was just hanging from the roof, and, like, we were just literally recording fuck around, and, like, that shit was just dope. Like, just the energy from making music in that summer, like, we were just having hella fun doing it, so, like, I feel like that shit just... That energy is what hooked me, just making like songs and music. Like,
what was it at that time that made you want to get into it?
I think it was just the fact that, like, I always felt my cousin was hella raw. I always looked up to him in that sense, especially the music. Like, I really liked his style of music and how he would, like, he's the one that brought me in it. Shout out Geo Spiz, Minds Wide Open Entertainment. They still doing their thing.
Yeah.
But just seeing them and their process, like, and they was bringing me into it with open arms, that shit was, like, dope to me, and, like, it made me want to experiment and what I could do, and, like, I never thought I was good at this shit, because, like I said, I was always just kind of like a gamer type of fool, like, or when I would be there, I'd be, like, just snapping pics behind the scenes type of shit, like, I was never trying to be, like, really, like, a rapper or an artist and shit, but I took my shot at it, and, like, after I recorded my first song with them, there's like, yo, like that shit crazy. Like you need to keep going type of shit. So I was like, I'm a fuck with it.
Yeah, nah, I feel like shit. All you need is that encouragement to get in there.
Yeah.
And once you get in, you just kind of gotta get in there and figure it out.
Yeah, it's like I say it's like a sport really, cause like a lot of people like when they start off, they're always like, oh, I didn't like all my shit from this, from that I used to make up until now, like the shit I'm making, like that's just like a sport. Like you got to get better at it. You got to do it every day. Like I used to freestyle with my homies, get high in his car, you feel me, and just mob around and shit around the town and just freestyle all the shit and YouTube beats and shit.
Nah, for sure.
Yeah.
As far as like, do you know like why your parents chose like to come out here? Like did they immigrate here, or do your grandparents, or how was that?
So they both crossed the border. They did that shit at a young age though. They was like, I think my dad was like 16 when he came over here and shit from Mexico, and then my mom was like 18 when she came over here. But they met over here and shit. They didn't even know each other at all.
Real?
Yeah, they met over here in the U.S. I think they met in Santa Rosa over
For
there.
real?
Yeah, they met like it was crazy as fuck. Like they met at some nightclub. It's crazy. They love stories so lit to where I'm like, oh my god, like so point blank. My dad and my mom met because my dad was fucking with my mom's homegirl before he even met my mom. But my mom swooped on my dad, bro.
What?
Real shit. Like she told me, she told me straight up, like, yeah, like I snatched your dad from his girlfriend at the time and shit.
Wow.
Like, I was like, wow. Like maybe that's why I be getting so you feel. Maybe that's why I be fucking around. Maybe I don't know, but shit. It's in the blood. It's in me, not on me. You feel me?
That's tight.
But yeah,
that's hella funny. How do you feel about the Bay Area music scene right now?
it's cool, bro. I fuck with a lot of artists from the Bay, cause it's crazy when people ask me that. Like a lot of people around me be like, "Oh, I don't even listen to the Bay like that. Like I'm listening to Juice WRLD. I'm listening to like hella mainstream artists, but like I've always catered to that underground shit. Like I love all that upcoming shit. Like that's where I keep my ear to the streets. That's how I found this fool, cause like I'm like that's where all the like the beginning of styles and all that shit comes from. The influences, like the mainstream just fucking gets a listen or a taste of it, and they just try and brand it and market it and sell it to you. But everything starts from the streets, though. Like it all comes from there. So like, I don't know. The Bay to me is dope. I fuck with shout out the whole HBK gang and shit. Rex Life Raj. I think he's hella dope. Shout out my boy Free D-Lo and shit. Rest in peace, Yase. Like I fuck with all Bay Area really. Like I got love for the Bay.
What's up with D-Lo, man? Can you let me know anything? Free D-Lo,
hey,
for sure.
He getting out. That's you feel me? Like all I could say is he getting out, and soon, sooner than later, for sure.
Have you talked to him?
Yeah. I be talking to him. He good. He good.
Spirits is good. He feeling good.
Yeah, I told him I was coming and shit. I told him I would say what's up to you and shit.
Shout out D-Lo. D-Lo been tapped in with me from the beginning, so it's all love for
if
sure.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met you. You feel me? So shit, like shout out for D-Lo, man.
Do you think like being Hispanic has caused people to overlook you at times?
It's crazy because some people be listening to my music and then look at me and they be like, "Holy shit, that don't even sound like you," or I wouldn't even expect that shit,
Yeah.
To where like my manager even said, "Shout out to TB, man. I wish he was here, but he had some family shit he had going on or some shit, but it's personal issues." But he told me, he was like, "You don't even sound fucking like." Like, he's like, you sound black, bro. Like, just like that, like, straight up. Like, you don't even sound Mexican. You don't sound like... And when I look at you, I first thought you was white type of shit, you know? Like, your character is very undistinguishable, but I fuck with it to where, like, the whole mystery to it is dope. That's where the whole who Nemz comes from. Because it's like, a lot of people, they first glance, they're not going to expect what I bring to the table and shit. So it's some shit like, you got to follow me on that journey. Like... You gotta come fuck with me and see what I'm about and shit. You'll see what I'm about,
I mean, I wouldn't say when you listen to music, you don't know your ethnicity, but I think as far as marketing, that's great because you're not limited to no box. It's like
but I ain't gonna lie though, like I do be peeping all that Latin music right now, like all that Bad Bunny, Ozuna. I fuck with it, like they winning. I'm finna start getting into that shit, the Spanish shit, like. I know how to talk Spanish too fluently. So like I know I could do
so
like
you can sing and rap in Spanish.
Yes,
too?
yes.
Nah,
I just did a Spanish record with this fool like 2 nights
real?
ago.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
Nah, that should be hard as hell. I like it a lot for sure. As far as like the music, like what would you say has kept you going and kept you thriving through it? You remember we've been through the coronavirus, hella shit been going on. Like it's been a lot of like the music industry had a lot of.
I'm gonna let him go first because I wanna I wanna see what people got to say about this shit. Like
you feel me? Like I feel like COVID, bro. Like I feel like it slows shit down, but it ain't slow nothing down. You feel me? Like I feel like when people get an excuse to do something, bro, they'll jump at it and get lazy with it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like COVID gave everybody an excuse to slow down. You feel me?
Yeah.
But when they hit, bro, it made niggas jump. You know what I'm saying? Like Nemz, this boy don't slow down for nothing. You feel me? I don't slow down for nothing. And I feel like when it happened, bro, it just gave us this free open door. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna wait on nobody. You feel me?
Yeah.
God, ain't nobody gonna wait for you.
Y'all taking the vaccine?
No. Not at all.
You
feel me?
I am not gonna share my answer for marketing reasons. Nah, just kidding. Honest to God though, I see how the world is. I mean, they asking it for everywhere now. Just they really push it in your face. All I gotta say is, do what you want to do. It's your body. It's your life. Don't ever get peer pressured into making a decision in your life. You know what I mean? Like. Everything gotta be you. Stay authentic. Be real. Stay true to you. Gang shit. You feel me?
Yeah. Nah, facts.
Cause I mean, there's hates from both sides on the table when you speak about that shit. Whether you vaccinated, you gonna have a whole crowd of people that's vaccinated gonna be like, I fuck with you. Ooh. And just cause you say, oh, I ain't vaccinated, you feel me? People gonna hate on you too. And then there's gonna be people that support that too. That anti-vax people. You feel me? So it's like. It's like you can't please everybody, man. You know what I mean?
They're trying to peer pressure you into doing it though, too, though.
Yeah, I didn't been through that shit at work and shit, bro. When I be, you feel me, at work hustling and shit, like they be telling me like, yo, like you vaxxed yet? And I'm like, I don't know. That's a person. That's like when you ask someone like, oh, like who you voting for and shit. Like you know that there's gonna be shit that we gonna, you feel me, but heads that everyone can't think the same. Why would you want to think this? That's dictatorship. Get away from that. You know what I mean? Like let people be themselves and express themselves, man. Like I'm not about like pushing the narrative on some people. Like everyone should just be able to walk their own road, man. Pay their own way. Yeah, do they Dougie? Yep.
I was meaning to ask you, how did D-Lo find you?
Through TB, my manager.
Okay.
It's crazy though, cause I always get asked this shit, but I never get tired of saying it. This fool did not fuck with me, bro. Like music wise, like he ignored me, bro. Like he was presenting my music hella times, and he always slept on me and shit. But TB, my manager, always felt like I had something that just separated me.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm gonna follow this fool. Like he didn't even reach out to me until like 2 months after he had followed me. And it was because I had reached out to a producer who I was working with at the time. Shout out AKA Frank. He's from Oakland.
Nah, for sure.
I made a song with him and we shot a video and I put it out. And TB happened to see it and he was just like, bro, what the fuck? He thought I was from LA at first. He didn't even, because I was wearing a LA Kings hockey jersey for the video and shit. So he was like, this fool's from LA, but he out here like I'm gonna grab him type of shit, like make him fuck like fuck out here in the Bay and shit, like on some like connect network, all this shit, And this fool just hit me up one day. He's like, yo, I'm D-Lo manager, come to the studio and shit. Like I think you guys on the song would be dope together.
Yeah.
And I was like, Who is this though? I check his profile and shit. I'm like, D-Lo manager, huh? I don't even see a picture of D-Lo on your page right now. I see the cover arts and shit like that, but I don't even think he had posted deal like that. So I wasn't really like believing it at first. Yeah, I was like, and I gotta question that shit because I asked people around from my area that I know for a fact have got verses from D-Lo. Yeah. And like, I'm like, yo, what's up with, verses from, have you ever got hit up? Woo, woo. And then they're like, you know what, bro? I actually met up with D-Lo. He had look cool. So shout out my homie, Mac Perp. He told me that he had worked with D-Lo before. Yeah. And that was cool. And then I made a post where I'm like, I asked in a poll type of shit. Cause back then, bro, with this music shit, like before I started getting a little attention or buzz, like, I would post everything, but I started refraining from that. Like I would tell the whole world like what I'm about to do, cause I was just like super juiced off that shit. Like I was really my own biggest supporter for the long time. Like you know what I mean? Cause at first with this music shit, a lot of people ain't gonna fuck with you. Yeah. You know, so you gotta fuck with yourself and keep telling yourself type of shit. But I would always just post that shit on the poll. Someone replied and was like, "Nah, don't do that. He do bad business." And I'm like, "But how you?" I was like, "How you know D-Lo though?" Like, you feel? I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like, woo woo. But I was like, "Why? What's up? What happened?" And he didn't even want to get into it. So that's how I knew. I was like, "Well, I can't really even believe." You can't even. Yeah, you ain't. Yeah. So I was just like, okay, I listened to what he said, but I was like, my gut feeling told me straight up, like, go do this or else you gonna regret it. Yeah. You feel me? So I was like, with this music shit, I was so hungry, bro, to where I was like, I gotta like doing a song with D-Lo. I already knew No Ho. You played me all this shit. Like I grew up on that, so like I was like, fuck, that's crazy, bro. Like you feel me? But I was like, I took my boy at the time, Strings, who was my in-house producer. He was producing all the beats. He actually produced Believer with D-Lo. Yeah. He produced a lot of the whole Asaya project. He did what else did he do? ADD with me and Mistah Fab. He did that one. He did The Truth with D. He did hella shit, honestly, around that time, bro. My bro Strings was going crazy. He was going crazy with it. He was in his producer bag getting placements and shit. But yeah, man. Like I slid up to the studio. I brought him with me and shit. And it was funny because he a ginger and shit. And the first thing this fool D-Lo says is like, "What's up with the ginger boy over here and shit?" Like, you know, like this Rohnert Park and shit. Like, you know, trying to be funny and shit. Whatever. We was vibing. We was in the studio with him. D-Lo was recording a song at the time. I think it was Double Dutch. He was in the studio recording that shit at the grill. With Sean Sauce. Shout out Sean Sauce. He the engineer. He hella raw too. I love working with that dude. But I listened to him do that shit, right? And like he's trying to like spit some shit in his verse where in my head I'm hearing how like delivery wise how he should kind of hit it. So I'm like I make Sean Sauce like, yo, like hold up, let this fool hear me one time, and I'm telling him like some advice on how to hit it type of shit. And at first like I was like, damn, should I even say something? Because I know how artists be, like, with the critique or just trying to give some input on some shit, especially just when you just meeting, you know what I'm saying? You know how people get, you know what I mean? Even me, like, I don't really, you feel me? But I felt like we clicked since the gate on a music note, because every type of, like, what I would tell him, he would feel me on it. Like, he would be like, yeah, like, you right. Like, that sound nice. Like, that sound cool type of shit. So where we was working in the lab together, and he even said it. He's like, bro, Nemz is bringing out some shit in me to where like I'm feeling my as an artist, I'm growing. Like I'm like musically, like I love them pointers like that. He be like, you know, that I be giving and shit. Like, cause I like being coached in the studio. I like aside from making it, I like listening as a fan and like seeing like what like effect or reaction I'm gonna get listening to this shit. Cause I feel like that's important. Like, we entertainers, like, yes, like this shit's an art and this shit should be an art to you, but if you trying to be out here an entertainer, like, we gotta be out here trying to like really move the people, like inspire, touch, like they gotta be something, they gotta feel this shit, you know?
And bring it back to them.
Yeah, so like I like making sure every song I put out give you that. Like that's why I don't rush my music. Whether it takes me, I be knocking some shit out maybe like a day it takes me. Or, like, it could be I've worked on a song for a whole month. Like, you know, like, it really just, like, whatever the vibe is or what I'm trying to, like, make motherfuckers hear. But, But, yeah, my bad. To answer that question, we was at the studio, and, you know, we just cleared whatever through TB. And we got there, and I was like, damn, he really know D-Lo and shit. Like, you know what I mean? And, just over time, just hella studio sessions right there at the grill. Like, the grill, legendary spot for me, because, like, that's how it all started. I met Mistah Fab, I'm pretty sure there. Like, I met hella motherfuckers just coming in and out through there and shit. People having sessions, like.
How you get connected with Yase? I know y'all did a project
crazy.
together. R.I.P. Yase for sure.
Rest in peace, Yase, bro. Like, that shit really fucked me up, bro. And that's just, like, I still have, like, a hard time, like, accepting that shit, because, like, that fool is such a cool dude, man. Like, to where that fool, no one deserved that shit. You feel me? But like, that fool was like the least person I would expect that kind of shit from, man. Like, when I really say like that fool was like like that fool put me on in a sense, bro, to where like I ain't afraid of saying that shit. Like I give my flowers, bro. I told that fool in his face, like I'm hella grateful that he fucked with me, cause he didn't really have to do that shit. Like I was like, bro, how'd you even find me? Whatever. He's like, he's like, I've been known about you cause of D-Lo.
Yes.
He's like, he's like, I fuck with D-Lo shit, and they be playing the 2K and shit, or they was playing 2K, like you know. So they be talking, you know, through the game or whatever. Cause I guess Yase used to game a lot. I didn't even know that really till after and shit. Yeah. And so point blank, he had a studio in Marin, kind of like past the Novato area, getting into like San Rafael type of shit. It was like right off the freeway. But at the time, I wasn't fucking with any of the studios that was in my area over here in Santa Rosa. And Novato, San Rafael was only like a 30-minute drive.
Yeah. Up
north on the 101. So I'm like asking around, and I'm like, yo, any studios nearby? I ain't really trying to cross the bridge and keep paying for these fucking tolls. You feel me? Like that shit add up, bro. Look, if you every day, look, I was going to the Bay every day, bro, for like a whole month straight, right?
Yeah.
Full in a month, bro. I swear to God, bro, it was like $850 just on tolls, bro. Fool, I didn't have that shit set up with my bank. All that
Fast
shit.
Track is a discount
to where I just kept getting it in my mail, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm terrible at keeping up with my mail, bro. So where like I'm never home, bro. You feel me? Like I'm never home. To where like when I finally go through my mail, I'm like, holy shit, bro. I got late fees now, all kinds of shit. To where like I had to call them fools and be like, yo, like I need this shit reduced, woo, like ASAP. Like I need to talk to somebody, like a manager or something. I ended up paying like I ended up paying like $430.
That's crazy.
I got it like half, but I was like, I took that initiative to be like, fuck that, like you know, you feel me, like you gonna bargain with me, like I ain't finna pay that, like you know, hell yeah.
That's hella crazy. That's hella crazy. So then he tapped in with you. It was like he had a studio.
Yeah, so his manager owned the studio at the spot. It was his recording studio, but when I first went, he wasn't even there. Like it was just the engineer that I had booked the session and gone and went and recorded and shit. But I think it was like the second time he pulled up while because I'm actually like my own engineer / producer, bro. Like I really be doing that shit. Like sometimes if the studio got Logic, I don't need an engineer. Like I do everything from recording myself, making the beat, all the shit. Like I do it all myself. So his manager seen that I was doing that shit and I was cooking up a beat before I was finna hop in the booth and record some shit. And he's like, yo, you make beats too? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, and you record yourself? I'm like, yeah. He witnessed me do that song in there, right? I hadn't even finished that. I think I only got to do like a verse and shit. But he liked that shit so much that he was like, yo, Yase is coming tonight. Can you engineer and basically produce? And he's like, and I got you. Like that fool I think that fool paid me in weed. That boy got hella weed. Like Yase manager, like he got weed, man. He the weed man. Like shout out Highway 420. You feel me? But yeah, fool like fucking gave me like an ounce of fire ass club ass weed and shit. So I was like, I'm good with that. You feel me? Like as long as I'm smoking and shit, and I'm about to work with Yase. I already knew about him, you know. So I was like, that's dope. Like before I became an artist, like I always said it, I was a fan, bro. Like I was really out here slapping these people, you know what I mean? So we're like, that shit crazy. But we worked, and then Yase every single time, bro. Like I got the text, like this fool always hit me up, like Nemz, what's up, bro? Like when you available, like pull up to the studio, gang, like all this shit, like always trying to work, and he fucked with the beats, all this shit, like. It was like musically, that's how I click up with a lot of like these people. Like they really like just feel my whole vibe when I'm in there with folks, you know. Like,
no, that's tight. How long you been making beats?
That's new, cause my cousin started that shit probably like 4 years ago, and he was fucking on the Fruity Loops. Yeah. And like from the beginning of his like process, like you feel me, like up until now, how he makes beats, he actually produced the beat that I shot a video out here in LA for. I just shot a video for my new single, Addicted to Your Love. Shout out Rich Love. Shout out Georgia Roscoe, too, the videographer that I came and shot that with. he produced that record, and I heard it, and I'm like, yo, from the point of you starting to right now, you sound like you already made platinum hits type of shit. Like, you sound like already so well crafted into making beats. And I seen how dedicated you was from that time to time. You learned it so fast. Like, you know, I was like, damn, like, this shit all really just like a self-drive type of shit, you know?
Yeah.
To where I locked myself up for a whole summer. It was like summer 2019, I'm pretty sure, like 2020 around there. And I'm like fucking and making beats every day. I wasn't even recording. I was just making beats
every day.
Yeah, every day, bro. Like, no excuses. Wake up, make a beat type of shit before I start my day. Or just whatever it was before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Hella shit. To where I actually produced like half of the album with Yase. A lot of people don't know that. I produced half of that whole album and I did with him.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
You ain't got no producer tag?
Nah. I need
you
one.
need one.
Hey, but look. I know it's just because I be hella conscious about it. I don't feel like I'm dead. Like, to my cousin, like, he raw, he slap. But like me, I make a beat and I still be asking folks like, you fuck with this? You know, because I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm still trying to find my style in the beat sense at least. But like, I can make a slap. Like I can make a slap. Like, real shit. Like, that song that I got with Yase, We Charge, it's on Thizzler right now. I think it's about hit either 20K or some shit. But that shit slap. Like, I made that shit. That shit was like so organic how he made that. Like, Yase literally was like, hey, Nemz, like, make some simple shit, gang. And I was like, all right. And I just literally started fucking with just some piano keys. Yeah. Just threw drums over that motherfucker. Yeah. And just threw a slapping little 808. You know what I mean? And that's all it needed. That's all it needed. That's all it needed. We made a slap.
Your record, Won't Leave Me Alone, that just hit a milli. Yeah. How'd that feel?
Fucking crazy, bro. Because, fun little fact, before I put that song out, that song had already been out. And this was before I met TB. And TB, how he even found me. I mean, he found that song with Frank, but then after he said his favorite song was Won't Leave Me Alone. Yeah. And that's a song that I had dropped originally. And then I had a version of me and some other artists I was working with at the time. And then TB heard it and he was like, nah, bro, like, take that shit down and we gonna throw D-Lo on that. Yeah. Like, he wanted D-Lo on it. Yeah. He's like, it's gonna do numbers. And I was like, for real? Like, I was like, this song's like hella old, bro, to where, like, I don't know how long ago it's on YouTube is?
2 years.
Bro, that song really like 4 years. Yeah. And the part I recorded, like, and I never changed it, it's a 4-year-old take, bro. I recorded that shit in my kitchen.
That's crazy.
Real shit, bro. Like, I swear I got witnesses to that shit. Like, I recorded that shit in my kitchen in the apartment.
That's crazy.
And my engineer just went crazy on the whole mixing and shit. Like, he hella raw at that shit.
Yeah. We can't tell.
Can't tell, bro. I'm telling you, Mo. Like, every artist, bro, like that fool Russ, like, I didn't heard him, like, he bring his shit to all the hotels. Yeah. Like little setups, bro, and they just recording this shit and just getting it all mixed. Like, that shit matter, bro. Yeah, it's really about who in there just fucking with it, you know, and like going crazy. But yeah, bro, like, that song to me was crazy because I did not expect that turnout. And for the fact that when we did that video, we did it with a day promotion. No money behind the promotion. Yeah. The only budget that was spent on making that shit was paying for the video. Yeah. And fucking Thizzler, they fuck with D-Lo tough, so they was trying to get a hold of it and shit. Yeah. So, like, they was already showing love type of shit. I know fools be getting paid to get up on there and shit. Yeah. You feel me? But, you know, it's how you get it. You know what I mean? Shout out Thizzler for showing love. But, bro, when that shit hit the surface on Thizzler, all of a sudden, like, first week, I'm checking back. Because I try not to check every day. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going to just let it, like, sit on motherfuckers. I'm going to see how they fuck with it, whatever. A week back, I checked how it's doing. That shit had already hit, like, 20K within the first week. And I see comments going crazy. And I'm like, yo.
This is him.
I think this is going to do something, you know? Because the way that it just hit within that first week, like, crazy, I was like, I think this might actually, like, you feel me, do some shit. Yeah. To where, like, up until now, these million views because of that song, most of my listeners still come from that song. Like, that shit's still my top song right now. Yeah. Like, and I ain't ashamed of that. Like, shit, like, that shit every day getting hella views. Like a lot of motherfuckers don't know that, but yeah, like now it's at 1 million. Like about to hit 30K, I think, like 1,030,000 to where like I'm like, damn, every day I'm getting thousands of motherfuckers just tuning in. Yeah. And every time I check, it's like new locations, cause like on the insights and shit, you could really check like where all your listeners coming from, you know. And I'm like, bro, like I think the top countries and shit, like the second on the list, bro. Shout out Brazil.
That's tight.
Brazil fuck with me tough, bro. That's to where I'm like, what? Like, yeah. Like I got DMs, bro, from Brazilian like fucking people telling me like, yo, song out here and shit. Like it's getting played out here. And I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
Like that's a trip. Shout out Brazil, man. I need to learn Portuguese just to be out there and shit and go fuck with my Brazilian people.
You gotta tap in.
Yeah, I gotta go tap in sometime over there, see what's up. They fucking with names.
What's your process like in the studio? Like when you working on lyrics and all that?
I don't write. I don't think you do either, huh?
No, I'm a writer.
He does. He writes.
With this dude, we don't write.
We don't write though. No, we don't write.
With this guy, we don't write.
I used to write.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when I first started, I used to write, but then shout out Mistah fucking Fab, man. Yeah. I seen how he record. That shit was the game changer for me, cause seeing him record made me realize it's like. I feel like the shit he be saying is coming from the gut. Yeah. It's coming first thing he thinking about. Yeah. So like water. Like you feel me? Like his thoughts are flowing. You feel me? To where I was like, motherfuckers be in here thinking too much. That's why they like taking so much time even in the studio and like you paying for this time. Yeah. To where like when you in there, this shit should be easy like cake. You just in there like you in there practicing. You not. I mean you could experiment. Yeah, you could do all that shit. You know, but I feel like if you paying for your studio time, you gotta experiment at your house, at your crib, at your own little. You feel me? Everyone should have their own little recording setup. I believe if you're an independent artist, you gotta have a home studio. Somewhere. And you gotta be able to experiment at your home studio so that if you paying for your studio time. You getting in your studio time to execute. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I get up in there, I'm already having I don't got nothing written. I don't like feeling ready. Yeah. I like being hella like new challenges type of shit. Cause like we even got a record that we did like 2 days ago where I'm like, I told these fools from the gate, like we need to get out the box. Like we can't sound like with the same approach every kind of like song type of shit. Like I want them to hear the growth to where the process just been like, punching in line for line, like, and you know sometimes, bro, it just depends on the mood I'm in. Like when I'm with D-Lo, bro, like we either just hella high, if we hella tired, bro, like I pop a Addy for creative purposes, like reasons and shit. Like I mean, you know what I mean? Like I know how people be like, oh, Adderall and shit, you know, whatever, but like when I pop a Addy, bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro, I be really like just focusing on the music and like. I be really just like thinking like crazy, like I don't know, that's like real, creativity wise, bro. Like it really like I really be thinking some shit off that shit. Like
that's real for sure.
To where I got this song that I made off Adderall. I think I called it Adderall. But it's like to me it's like one of my bro. It's one of my favorite songs though. Like to the point like you could hear the fucking like. I don't know, to where like you could hear how like that shit just kind of makes you like think different, like I just drank some smart water type of shit, like you feel me, like I don't know.
Smart water.
Nah, that's what's up. I feel like I've been seeing that more than I used to. People were punching in, and it should be the fan
off Adderall though. You thinking like this, bro?
I never took an Adderall.
You know who took Adderall? I don't know if he still does, but Rex Life Raj. Yeah, that's why he made me want to try Adderall because of how much he would say it in his music. Yeah,
exactly.
So I was like, "What the fuck, Adderall?" And then my homie was like, "Nah, I take that shit since school days." He was taking it because like prescription, like
for sure.
He got this. You know, I ain't finna say shit, but you feel me, like he don't really fuck with it because he said that he would get hit like the people that actually need it is crazy. They don't even like taking it because they feel like out of place when they take that shit. Because it actually it's meant for motherfuckers with anxiety. So if you if you got hella anxiety, it kind of just makes levels you out and shit. And he don't like that really. He kind of like feeling like up, like you know, like not jittery, but like you know, a motherfucker like being active, you know, whatever. for a person like me who already like that, and you off Adderall, bro. Oh my God, you Jimmy Neutron, bro. I swear to God, bro. You Jimmy Neutron, bro. Like I really brain blast off that shit, like real shit, like real shit. But no, I do not condone it. I don't promote it either. I think it's just like for me personally, just on some like creative purposes and shit. Yeah.
Nah, I feel you.
But mostly weed. I'm a stoner, bro. I smoke hella
me
weed.
Too. I need to smoke that for sure.
Yeah.
What are your hobbies like outside of music?
Gaming, bro. Warzone. I'm saucy? On that shit.
Matter of fact,
saucy.
I played Warzone.
Bro, I drop shit.
I don't think I did too well that
day. Hey, I be dropping shit, bro. When I say I got clips, bro, I'm finna, my cousin just got into streaming, so we finna do that shit,
like
the Twitch.
Oh, yeah, you gotta do that for
sure.
Yeah,
we doing that shit. We gonna get that Twitch started. Stay tuned.
You believe in aliens or ghosts?
Shout out my boy Mena. This is this is where it's gonna get interesting. Real, my best motherfucking friend, right? Shout out Mena. We talk about this shit all the time when we high. I mean, we get deep, bro. Like to the point where like we talking about what's life. You feel me? Like, yes. Or actually, you know what? We believe aliens ain't really real to a certain extent because they make you believe aliens is like a flying saucer or some shit. That's what people and the little green alien people. Yeah. That's not aliens, bro. Aliens, they're already more advanced than us, bro. Like that's why I feel like to where like, bro, people want to get deep. Like, where does all this technology come from? Like, yeah, it all comes from like, you know, our scientists or whatever. Just, you know, the smart innovators and shit, you know. But it's like, bro, the way that they explain that technology, like from the points of the pyramids to right now, right?
Yeah.
Like in our era, technology advances so quick, right?
Yeah.
How come in the eras from behind then, technology was not advancing as fast or as quick as it's supposed to be advancing and shit in our era?
Right.
And back then, bro, it would take like 100 years to fucking think of a thought of something that would take 10 years, it seems like, type of shit. Yeah. Evolve in the mind, right? No, evolving in the mind, evolving into all that shit to where I'm like, yo, but back then, hella shit don't make no sense, bro. And like, I really like, I used to really just fucking believe anything that was just in the school system. I would never second guess it until my homie opened up my eyes to some shit, bro. Like, he was just telling me like how like, bro, they teach us from young what they want us to know, but a lot of motherfuckers don't just really sit there and ask themselves some shit. Like, and a lot of people thinking like, oh, like you crazy if you talk to yourself, but it's like, nah, bro. Like that's where praying comes from. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's like a inner deep thing to where like I got hella big on like trying to like analyze everything now. Like I really try and like break everything down to where, to me, bro, world maps don't even make sense to me.
In what regard?
We're not a globe.
We're not a globe.
Flat with it?
All I want to say is, why don't they let us go through our Antarctica? Why do we gotta fly when we take commercial airplanes? Logically, if we're on a globe, right? If you want to get to China from North America, why can't we just go straight? Like in a globe, right? Because or they make us go all the way around where if we're globe, we could just go the other way.
Yeah.
But why do they make us do these and all this? Like, why is there so... And we never get... You on a fucking plane, bro. You're not going to be down there... And you can't even see from that high, like, what the fuck you really crossing and what you, like, you feel me? To where I feel like Antarctica... Because they say, like, that shit on the globe, north and top, north, south pole, whatever, all that shit, like, you can't go in there and discover, like, there's a fucking treaty and shit.
Yeah.
Like, through all the...
Bro.
Yeah, the secret.
That's what aliens
Why are we denied access there, though, bro?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Why are we denied access? And it's crazy because it's like the top and the bottom part. So it's like, what if we not a globe, right? And they say we flat, right? Okay. The only reason that shit do not make no sense is because motherfuckers, like, when you see something that's hella far away, it starts disappearing. But if you go straight with a fucking camera that could probably, like, see some shit and you zoom in, you start seeing that object that disappeared from the distance, but it's there, though.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I was like, bro, like, there's just hella shit to where I'm like, bro, I never thought like that. But it really just takes a motherfucker that's just on some like questioning shit to where it's like, that's healthy to think like that, bro, because that means like you analyze, you just not taking everything and like being okay with it. Like you know, like motherfuckers forgot to think nowadays. Start thinking nowadays, bro.
Gotta think.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a lot of dumb shit happen because motherfuckers ain't thinking nowadays, and a lot of like, you know, like I feel like it's good to be like aware, fool. Like you know, like it's good to be aware for sure.
Nah, facts.
But yeah, on all that shit, like I'm a big believer of there's a lot of shit we don't know. Yeah, so
I got you.
I'm not gonna go across the end of the world to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with where I'm at, bro. I feel like I'm a really neutral person. I kind of figured out life is simple in my end. I just enjoy making music, love being with my family. Shit, I love smoking weed, and you feel me? Just chilling, bro. Like I'm really just hella simple, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. I don't like being hella crazy, flashy. Yeah. When I gotta pop out, you know, I might just, you know, stun on a motherfucker. But yeah, bro. I like being laid back and just chilling, man. You know.
You got any goals for the rest of the year?
Yes. I want to drop one more album. I want to drop all these features that I got with motherfuckers around here that are reputable.
Yeah.
I'm real excited about the music I got on hold, man. I'm definitely gonna give some records to you, bro. Like,
can you share who you got stuff coming with? You wanna say something?
I got tucked off shit with Yase.
Yeah.
I got some shit with Low.
Yeah.
I got shit with Pharaoh. Shout out to all that Kill F&B. Shout out Teflon, man. They show love. Shout out to Baby Gas. I got some shit with Baby Gas.
Gotta do that.
Yeah, bro. He out there in the Bay repping that like Mexican shit with me too. To where like I be trying to do that shit too.
He was
so
just
like
up here a few weeks ago.
For real? Yeah, that's my guy, bro. Like he dope, bro. Like that. I always tell him his grind is like that shit remind me of me. Like he really out here moving. Like that shit's inspiring, bro. I like seeing my people get it. Like. Cause like how you said, like, you know, if I felt like how Mexicans, you know, if we got it a little harder, you know, like I do feel that way sometimes. Cause it's like, I don't know, like you just don't see them, like, or you expect a Mexican to sound or rap a certain way. Like I don't know, like motherfuckers think I'm just cause I'm Mexican, I'm about to bring some lean like a cholo vibes or some shit. Like it's not like that though. I promise you.
Man.
When I grew up, bro, my parents loved salsa. I'm all about flavor, fool. Yeah. Like that whole, I swear to God, that whole genre of salsa.
Yeah.
That shit is sauce. You gotta be a saucy motherfucker to even look right dancing that shit.
Yeah.
And salsa, bro, I swear to God. Bitches.
Yeah, facts.
Bitches love dancing salsa, bro. Sure. I swear to God, bro. Like, I'm not lying, bro. Like, there's like salsa is this shit, bro. Shout out Mark Anthony, bro. I really listened growing up listening to that man, like hella Hector Lavoe.
Feel spicy, nigga.
Hell yeah, like oh mama.
If you could pick yourself to be any animal in the world, what would it be and why?
Tiger, cause my name Tony. That's easy. You feel me? Like, and I'm earning my stripes out here. You feel me? You feel me?
I like that.
I'm aggressive, bro. I like you feel me? I'm all in, bro.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
What's the biggest lesson you've learned in the industry so far?
Biggest lesson was shit. What were we saying last night? I feel like we was talking about this shit.
The biggest lesson?
Yeah.
Then they're like being humble. Then they're like being humble for sure, and like always trying to bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? And understanding that it's bigger than just us. You feel me? We doing this for a greater reason. You know what I'm saying? To put the people on that we love. You know, the people that we care about, and to try to change the game. You know what I'm saying? Bring something to somebody that ain't never had none. You know what I'm saying? Or don't understand it. Like definitely change somebody's heart about something. For sure.
Not facts for sure. Shit, you already know the music industry. It's a lot of ups and downs. You just gotta stick that shit out for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And keep the right people around you. For my final question, I wanted to ask you before you get out of here is, what advice would you give to the younger you?
Like I said, you gotta motherfucking stay true. You gotta be you. Listen to your gut, man. And don't try to be that motherfucker to please everybody. Like real shit. Like, cause that's how the real bosses like come out of shit. Like I feel like a real boss gonna make his own moves because he knows what's best. You know what I mean? Like leaders gotta fucking make a squad full of leaders.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? To where it ain't. I ain't gonna feel like a motherfucker holding me back if you already bringing the same amount of energy to the table. Like, you know what I mean? To where like, I feel like if you young, you wanna get it, and whatever aspect you doing, like whether it's music, you know, school, whatever it is you doing, man, like do that shit 120% and don't motherfucking ask for opinions or don't listen to opinions. Like just listen to yourself, man. Like real shit. Like be you. Because I feel like I see a lot of days like motherfuckers just trying to like fall into like other like trying to be like other people or just, you know, like it's not authentic. It's not like, I don't know, man. I'm tired of that shit. Like we need to bring like being 100% you back. Like, you know, I don't know.
That's what we said last night, bro. Like motherfuckers only want to fuck with you when they can't fuck with you.
Yeah, like
fuck with you when you can't. Fuck
and
with
it sucks though because like it's like it has to be that way, bro. Like when you get up there, like people will be sorry, like, oh, like you too famous now, like you know you're not fucking. It's like no, bro. It's just like. That's the elevation. Yeah. Like you was not there when I been had my hand out trying to reach out like to where like that shit all gets fucking remembered, bro. And like when you take value in yourself, you gonna notice them changes. You know what I mean? Like you gonna notice them fucking like holy shit, I'm here now. Like even the energy of motherfuckers be changing when they see you value yourself because you taking higher fucking positions or reaching better places than they was. Like, it's crazy, bro. Like, you know, so just if you want to, like, you know, whatever it is you're doing, you young, man, stay you and be consistent. Always, bro. You got to have ambition for this shit because lazy work ain't gonna cut it. There's a billion motherfuckers on this globe, bro, or whatever the fuck we on. But to a point where, you feel me? To a point where, like I've always said it, there's always gonna be someone better than you. So if you feeling like, you know, like I don't know, like if you have that mind state, like they always say, oh, someone's gonna be better at you at something, you know, like that shit is the only motivation a motherfucker should need to be like, nah, then I'm gonna be on point until I reach my, you feel me? Like I'm gonna be getting it.
Working out.
I be getting it.
Yeah, old school HBK.
Yeah, like you feel me?
Nah,
like,
I fucked with that.
You feel me?
Shit, you already know it was a pleasure to have you on.
Hell yeah, bro.
Dope interview on the way. We got Nemz in the studio. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all the shit at Who Nemz, WHONEMZ, man. Go ahead.
Instagram, social media, you feel me? I'm Zae, you feel me? ZAE_DCI. You feel me? I can sing, you know, I'm doing a little thing, you feel me?
The way you started it off. I don't think it's ever started off like that before.
For real? What you saying?
I'm saying nobody started off singing in this motherfucker like that.
I try to do my Dougie. Follow me, fuck
like,
with me.
This was like my favorite singer, bro. Like real shit. Like to where I'm like, I ain't never heard of motherfucker. Like that's how I met him. I met him because fucking we was at a show together, and he was the performer after me and shit. We was opening up for Stupid Young, out there in Oakland.
Yeah,
complex.
And fucking I just killed my shit, bro. I'm like, no one's gonna kill me, bro, on my soul.
Yeah.
This motherfucker come on, bro. I said, bro, stop playing with me. I was like, this fool is so crazy. Like I literally told my manager, I'm like, yo, you gotta reach out to this. Like, this ain't like I know when a motherfucker got it. Like my ear, like that shit, like I be knowing when a motherfucker got talent to where I'm like, yo, if you don't reach out to him right now, you gonna try and reach out to him like when it's too late. You know what I mean?
Shout
like
out to them, bro, for real.
So and then that's how we met him. That's how we got him along and shit. We was out the show and this fool did his thing to where like I'm a real ass motherfucker, bro. I like recognizing it and giving you your credit. You know, like I'm really like that, bro. Like, cause I see it, bro.
Real shit.
I see it.
We've been locked in ever since.
Yeah.
That's how I gotta be. Real energy, real situation. You already know. Shit. We excited to see what y'all got moving forward. You feel me? Dope interview on the way.
Yeah, hell yeah. I appreciate you, bro. It's all love, man.
Appreciate you too, bro.
Shout out Rohnert Park, California.
Peace.